Welcome to day 631 of our Web3 journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are sponsored by NFTz. They're an investor in DeSoFi. So, Brian, Elon Musk, I guess it was early this morning, Twitter, Elon Musk unbanned the 8 journalists who were suspended.
Yeah, at least most of them. I didn't check every single one, but the majority of them have been unbanned. The ban lasted about 36 hours. It appears that Elon just listened to the results of the poll he posted yesterday morning, and it's been 24 hours since the poll started. The results were in, and he unbanned them. So, I mean, no matter what you think, I think it's good that they're back on the platform. They're able to discuss issues. Uh, I think it was very heavy-handed what he did, but let's move on. Elon also, he revealed some new details about the forthcoming changes at Twitter, and this is something that I think is not a good idea, but he posted that, quote, Twitter will start incorporating mute and block signals from blue verified, not the legacy blue, check marks as downvotes. So if you pay for your verification, so that $8 a month, when you mute and block people, it's going to hurt them in the algorithms. Now, I think this is probably one of the worst ideas ever. On the surface, it seems like a good idea. So I can see where he's coming from. But if you think about it, what this does is it's going to create an incentive for those who disagree with one another, those who don't like one another, to block each other and mute them, not because you don't want to hear from them, but because you want to harm them in the algorithm and harm their visibility. And what this would do is it's going to diverge us deeper into an echo chamber and into echo chambers. So those on the right will be together, those on the left will be together, because you're not going to hear from those with countering views. And I think number two, it makes the blue check marks, those paying $8, which I would guess are the majority people who support Elon Musk and what he's doing at Twitter. It makes those people the censors of Twitter in a way, because if they don't like what you're saying, they can mute you and your posts are going to go down in the algorithm.
Well,
Of course,
well, so I feel like Elon Musk has so much control, even though he's acting like it's going to be in the hands of the users. So Elon Musk goes right wing and he starts, talking about all these Republican talking points, conservative talking points. More right wingers come to Twitter because they like that fact that Elon Musk is running Twitter. More leftists or liberals end up leaving Twitter and going to, another platform, whether it be Post.news, Mastodon,
DSO.
DSO. Uh, they leave because they feel like the CEO doesn't have their interest at heart. So there's going to be more conservatives on the platform. They're going to have more say. They're going to end up muting and blocking all the liberals. So all the liberals' posts are going to be pushed down. And it's going to create this cycle where no liberals want to be on Twitter because it's all right wing. And then don't we just have the same biases as we did originally with Jack Dorsey running Twitter, but just the right side instead of the left side? Like,
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
this isn't the solution unless Elon Musk has some sort of way to maybe weigh it, to make both sides equal. But I mean, I think there's just too much to do there as far as algorithms go.
Well, and I think it's important we shouldn't just say left and right, because I mean,
Yeah.
if Elon decides, hey, I want to start attacking Lucid Motors because they're a competitor to Tesla, and he just starts posting anti-Lucid Motor stuff, and this is probably not a great example. Those who paid for those blue check marks, who love Elon and support him, they're going to start downvoting, or not really downvoting, but muting people that have positive things to say about Lucid Motors. And then all the positive stuff about Lucid Motors will be sunk by the algorithm, and only the negative stuff will float to the top. So it's enhancing Elon's power. And that's why I think decentralized social media is something that really should and likely will take off as we head into the next couple of years.
Yeah. And I mean, we're just getting back to square one, I feel. It's just a different way of running a social media site that is being run by the biases of the person in charge.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think the problems are being solved. I think if Elon did things in an unbiased way, I think he could do a whole lot of good for social media. But right now, I don't feel like that's the trajectory. Maybe that'll change, though. We'll see.
I mean, like, just pretend to be unbiased. I mean, like, advise
Right.
him, just don't put your foot on the pedal for any side or any idea. Just, you know, run the site and let it do its thing. I mean, that's what I would do, but who knows what his ultimate goal is. Anyhow, moving on to the DeSo blockchain. NFTz yesterday, we have announced that you can now set claim options on your NFTs, and these claim options can allow for multiple diamonds. So previously, you could set an NFT up, mint multiple editions, let's say 250 editions, and say these NFTs are free to anyone who diamonds this NFT, likes this NFT, reposts this NFT, etc. And those people who take part in those actions that you require can then claim that NFT for free. Now, instead of just saying you must diamond this NFT, you could say you must give this NFT 2 diamonds or 3 diamonds or 4 diamonds. So it's a way for NFT creators to still monetize themselves by issuing multiple editions of NFTs, giving them away, but requiring 4 diamonds in return. And what's 4 diamonds worth? Do you know, Brian?
4 diamonds is about 50 cents or so, I think.
So it's not a lot of money, but if you're issuing, say, 1,000 of them and they all get claimed, 50 cents, that's $500. So
Yeah, and I think that like what this does is it just enhances the ability for creators to earn. 1 diamond is like a very small fraction of a penny. 2 diamonds is about half a cent. 3 diamonds is 5 cents, and 4 diamonds is about 50 cents in DSO. So it enhances that ability to earn money. It might not be a ton of money, but I think that in addition to having secondary sales on chain and just the initial sale, if you are selling other NFTs, I think there's just a lot of options for NFT creators on DSO right now, and that's what we're trying to do with
yeah.
NFTZ.
Yeah, and like so far, what most people who set these claim options require everything. They require that you like their NFT. They require that you give them 1 diamond on their NFT. They require that you repost the NFT. So now I think we might start seeing people who only use a diamond feature and say you must give this NFT 3 or 4 diamonds in order to claim it, and then they can actually make money that way. And people will just give the diamond. They don't have to worry about reposting and clogging up their own user profile. They just give that 4 diamonds. 50 costs them 50 cents. They get this free NFT, and it also boosts that NFT up in multiple hot feeds because it's going to get a ton more diamonds if everybody's giving it 4.
Yeah, it's just a unique way to look at NFT monetization, I think. But moving on, DSO has announced a partnership with Unstoppable Domains, and I think this is really big. It seems like what's going to happen here is that users on DSO, the DSO blockchain, will be able to register their username .DSO. So Krasenstein.DSO would be able to be registered. This isn't confirmed yet. We haven't confirmed exactly what's going to happen, but that appears to probably likely be what's going to happen once this partnership is finalized. And I think it's big. I think it's big for DSO. It's going to spread awareness of DSO if people start sharing their .DSO usernames. And it's going to be similar to the .eth phenomena that happened when Unstoppable Domains did domains on the .eth extension.
Yeah, a lot of crypto projects have been using Unstoppable domains for creating their own extensions. So it should be interesting to see how this works. People are going to be able to link their profile probably to their wallets and to their social posts. So should be interesting. We don't know, like I said, like you said, we don't know all the details, but I think we're going to find out soon. And moving on to the social world, they're looking for a new sponsor for the first quarter of next year, 2023, or the first half of next year. The sponsorship costs $1,300 per quarter. You get a lot of benefits. NFTz has been the sponsor of our site quite some time now. We're allowing somebody else to take over that sponsorship. So if you're interested, definitely check it out. There's a link above this video or below it on YouTube. Check out that link and you can become their sponsor. It's really a good deal. We felt we got quite a lot of benefit out of it. So you might want to check it out too.
Absolutely. So what's Brutal doing?
Oh, so Brutal, well, we know Brutal's doing a ton, but he had an interesting idea that he posted on the blockchain yesterday. He said that for every new account that signs up to DSO, they should be credited with $1. And he said that this dollar should be allowed to be spent only on social interactions and not allowed for transactions that involve asset transactions. So the idea here is to make it easy for people to onboard on your DSO. You sign up, you automatically get this dollar. You can't just withdraw that dollar. You can't just transfer it to another account. You have to use it to diamond post, make posts, and take part in like the social engagement on the DSO blockchain. So I really like this. He said that this is a way to allow new users to start using DSO apps without the socials for the social stuff. I mean, without the Web3 headache. And it also will help prevent bots from making a gazillion accounts and then just transferring that $1 to one main account and then withdrawing it. So I like the idea. I would probably say make it a little more than $1 and allow NFTs to be minted as well. That's probably because I'm a little biased toward NFTs, but maybe you do $5 and you allow that money to be spent on NFTs. I guess you could run into issues with that too, though, because you could use a master account to mint a bunch of editions of NFTs, sell them for $5, and have the accounts buy them. So maybe that's not the best idea, but I think a little more than $1 and allow for a few more options. But you got to, like Brutal said, you got to make sure it's not something that people can create bots for to manipulate.
Well, couldn't you still use bots for this? Couldn't you just create a bunch of accounts and give 4 diamonds twice and give that dollar to a master account and cash it out?
Yeah, you could, but maybe you don't include diamonds. Maybe you only use it for social interactions, and maybe I think that's
For
kind of what Brutal
transaction
was.
fees,
Yeah,
maybe for
like making a
transaction fees.
post or giving a like.
Right.
I think it would probably be more along the lines of that.
Yeah.
So DSO OG William Laurent, he did an amazing story on Fast Blocks about another DSO OG, Michelle Lord. If you've been on DSO, you know of these two people. They've been here since the start, and they've been detrimental to the community. Uh, Super helpful, super important. But the article talked about Michelle's battle with cancer and how photography has actually helped her escape the depression that came along with that cancer and the uncertainties of living with cancer every day and going for her chemo treatments, going for all the procedures she needed to go through with the uncertainty in the back of her mind, is my cancer going away? So it kind of allowed her to kind of escape reality, I guess you could say. And it resulted in Michelle creating an amazing mannequin NFT collection on the DSO blockchain. If you haven't checked these out, definitely do so. I think they're under the Photography by Michelle account, photographybymichelle.nftz.me. You can see them. They're really amazing. She's an awesome photographer, and what she did with these came out tremendously. Uh, she also was featured in the virtual gallery by Gabriel DeSantis, GDS, of course. And she's now working on a physical line of pop art style torsos that are on display at the Tampa Bay DAO, which is really cool. So congrats to Michelle for being featured. You're doing amazing work. And thanks to William Laurent for letting the story go out there.
Yeah, William's a great writer, does amazing work. Michelle, amazing photographer, amazing person. It's great to know both of them. Happy to know them both and have known them both for probably 600 days now.
Over 600 days.
Yeah. So Alex Velatis, another DSO, I guess you could say OG since he worked for Core. But he made a post yesterday and he said that he's buying more DSO. So there's a lot of speculation around Alex leaving the DSO Foundation a while back. Like, why did he leave? Did he lose faith in DSO? Obviously, he hasn't. Obviously, he's bullish on DSO. He's bought more. I know I talk to Alex every now and then. He shows me that he's bullish on DSO. He thinks it has a bright future. Alex, goodbye, I think, not investment advice.
Did you say not goodbye like he's leaving? He made a goodbye, right?
Good purchase.
Good purchase, not goodbye. Yeah, I think that's a great sign that Alex, who was working with the core team, decided he wants to ape more into DSO. So as many of you know, NFTz.me is the only place where you can post and view lifetime DSO NFT auctions. Just go to nftz.me/auctions. You can see a list of all the auctions ending soon. I just want to highlight a few that are ending in the next 24 hours. Pixel's Cradle. If you haven't seen these yet, he or she has multiple NFTs ending at around 6 p.m. Eastern time today from his freestyle collection of these NFTs that are like Game Boy themed. Do you remember the Game Boy, the original Game Boy was black and white, or I guess I should say greenish and white and black. But these NFTs are really cool. Check them out. They start at 0.5 DSO minimum bid and they end today around 6 p.m. And Elric Ericos has more of his awesome photography NFTs up for auction, ending throughout the day today. Check those out if you haven't already.
Yeah, and I want to get to the top NFT bidders over the last 24 hours, according to NFTz. These people bid on the most DeSo blockchain NFTs in the last day. Dead Metal was leading the pack, followed by BitCloud FR, Bearded Goat, Marco Dietrich, Spunk Art, Meta Philosopher, Striga, Don Pascal, Dragonstone, and Tobias Schmid. And the top Diamond creators in the last 24 hours, thanks to our friends at Unbans for this list. These people received the most diamonds or tips on their posts and replies on DSO in the last day. I always forget this name. Owen Pete.
Our
Pete.
Pete, our Pete.
Pete. DOZ. Lisa Jane. Bozo. UFI. Skin Lover. Slava. Haki. Goldberry. And Homie.
And that's all the news we have for today. Everybody have a great rest of your Saturday. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.